Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, once again here to a sort of virtual racing network. We are Race on Texas here tonight, as we've had that merger take place. But again, Race on Texas here tonight in conjunction with Virtual Racing Network. Either way, it doesn't matter what you call us. We're here for some great racing tonight at Williams Grove Speedway, as we are currently in the countdown, the green flag drop for qualifying here for Extreme Sim Racing. Again, we need to thank all the sponsors that make all of this possible before we go too far. And of course, on the racing side of things for tonight's event, those include iCore, iRacing, Community of Racing Etiquette, Ohio Freshwater Adventures, and of course Evil One Graphics. Make sure you check out all of these great partners over on their social media websites. However you can get a hold of them, thank them for all they do to support this series. And of course, on the broadcast side of things here for 2019, those include Northwest Racing Series, Walls Beard Co. Beard Bomb, RaceOnTexas.com, ourselves kind of there. World of Thunder, the league you're watching here tonight. Hanover Wrecker Service. On the Edge Motorsports, your official Wicked Energy Gum retailer. Huffman Designs. Racecore Online Racing League. And of course, last but not least, Extreme Sim Racing. Make sure you check them out at extremesimracing.com. Use the promo code VRN and save yourself 5% on all your orders over there. Make sure you let them know you heard about it here on the VRN/Race on Texas broadcast. We are live on the Race on Texas YouTube channel here tonight. We want to let everyone know a big shout out and a big thanks for tuning in here tonight. I know you're used to watching the real life racing, but it is sim racing here tonight. Hopefully we bring you a good show. 13 drivers have made it out here. Again, just 13 midgets. That's all we're racing here tonight is USAC midgets. So not a bad car count for just one class here tonight. That being said, let us know in chat if you are here from Race on Texas enjoying some sim racing, or if you're here from the actual league itself. Let us know. We want to know what the ratio there is. You can type in chat. Just let us know if you're here from Race on Texas, or if you're here from the virtual side of things tuning in here tonight. We'd like to know where you are watching from, what you're used to seeing here on the channel. We have a minute 38 left on the clock before we get into the racing. This season is over half done here at the moment. So again, the season already winding down very quickly. Now we have a 14th driver checking in. That's going to be Glenn Reinhardt, who just checked in the number 19 machine, as they are checking him in at the moment. And again, you're watching the World of Thunder Racing League live here on Race on Texas from Williams Grove Speedway here on iRacing, as practice is just about ready to conclude. And of course, it looks like we're going to have 2 heat races here tonight, followed by a little bit of a warm-up and then your feature race. It's only a 30-lap feature race, but for the fans out there, they will do a 3 or 4 wide salute for the fans, as they always do here for the World of Thunder. It's kind of their signature move. So we'll do a salute to the fans. But again, 14 drivers making it now with Glenn Reinhardt, the fastest driver here at the moment, as we'll go ahead and bring down your qualifying in times here on the side of your screen. Logan Rumsey going to be the fastest in the number 41 machine with a 20.106, a blistering fast time, 2/10 faster than Colby Baker. Here tonight in the number 86 machine, Jonathan Schaefer currently ran a 20.374, 2/10, almost 3/10 behind the leader, followed by Roman Gephardt. Hopefully that is right. And the 66 of Harry Edwards going to be rounding out your top 5 here in practice. But practice is just that. It doesn't really mean anything until you get into the racing scenario. But there you see, practice has come to an end. It is time to get qualifying underway. Of course, that number 4 that you do not see a name for, that is Eddie Holden. we got here obviously before he did and hadn't run a practice lap, so therefore his name would not be in there. So we'll just have to tell you that one. He will be in your scoring loop at the top here in just a little bit. But nevertheless, we're going to drop down to the drivers that are out on the track now as we bring up your qualifying bar to the screen. It's going to be Aaron Leitzel. That is the first one out in the number 12 machine for qualifying. And they are all getting out here very, very quick as we have Jeff Fitzpatrick, Logan Rumsey, David Key, Brett Rolls, Harry Edwards, David Passmore all out on the track. And we have Eddie Holden and Roman Gephardt getting ready to come out onto the track here momentarily. Again, times are going to come in very quick. They only have 3 minutes, now 2 minutes left on the clock to get out here, get your laps in. They do not have time to mess up. They only have 2 laps to get around this 0.52 mile track. It's very short and it's very fast for these little bitty tiny midgets. And we'll see how they do right now. Logan Rumsey at the top. Brett Rolls trying to chase him down. Again, we aren't going to be able to flop between every one of them, go back and forth. There's just so many of them and so little time. But let's just see right now. It's going to be Harry Edwards that just takes second place from Brett Rolls in the number 66 with a 20.547. As we look back, Daniel Passmore puts in a time 21.229. He jumps to 6th place. Eddie Holden, who we talked about a little while ago, in the number 4 machine, all black. Can't even see what the car looks like there. But that is Eddie Holden with a 21.357. As Ronald Piles is going to jump to 3rd in that 068 machine with a 20.748. Awesome looking red, white, and blue paint job there for Ron Piles tonight, as he's going to again take a 3rd fastest time so far. We'll check in with Glenn Reinhardt, and just as we do, he puts it to 3rd, dropping Ron Piles by 1 spot, 20.600 here for that 19 machine. A very good time for him. Be watching to see if he can get pole here on his next lap. He is somebody to watch for every night he comes out to the track. And he does 2nd place, 20.452.027 seconds behind Logan Rumsey. Rumsey here tonight. And let's jump over to Jonathan Schaefer in the number 91 machine. Can he beat the 19? He reversed the number. Can he run a little bit faster? He does 3rd place, 20.478. That is only our 3rd, 20.4 time as the top 3 have run it. Can he get a little bit faster here on his 2nd lap? Again, that is the 91 of Jonathan Schaefer, and it's not going to matter. Time is up. Qualifying is over. Let's get it off your screen. We don't need it anymore. Let's get rid of that off the screen as it is time for heat race number 1. And indeed, there will be 2 heat races here tonight for the World of Thunder Racing League. You can check them out at WOTRL.com for all the racing information. We'll see here as time is getting ready to count down for heat race number 1. They will take to the grid here momentarily. Again, let us know where you're tuning in from. Are you watching from the world or the virtual racing side of things, coming over here to the channel, or are you already from the Race on Texas family and you are tuning in here tonight? Again, this merger is allowing us to bring you sim racing and real racing here to the channel. So we are super stoked to be broadcasting over here, bringing you live events almost 7 days a week. All right, let's go ahead and bring down a heat race number 1 here for tonight. And it looks like Tom Dawson is going to come in here in the 67. He was not here earlier. He would be tagging along to the back, but heat race number 1, if everybody does grid, will be Logan Rumsey, and Jonathan Schaefer on row 1. Row 2 would be Rick Gibson and Brett Rolls. Row 3 would be Aaron Leitzel and Daniel Passmore. And row 4 is going to be David Key and Tom Dawson. And Tom Dawson does qualify. He is going to grid as he's going to get that WR1 machine going there. I believe that is a chassis builder as well. Not a chassis, a sim rig builder. As well as they sponsor a lot of stuff here on iRacing. But Logan Rumsey going to be your pole sitter. On his outside is going to be Jonathan Schaefer. So we'll see if he can try to get by him. Schaefer obviously going to be gunning for the good start here. He's going to need a good one because Rumsey is a very, very fast competitor, and he's not going to just let him walk away with it. So we'll see how this one goes. They will get the green flag next time by. Again, let us know in chat which family are you from here. We're all one big family, but let us know if you're from the Virtual Racing Network side of things, or if you're here from the Race on Texas side of things. We welcome you both here to the channel as you're watching some sim racing here for some midgets at Williams Grove tonight. Again, we try to give you a little dirt feel for your life on the weekdays when you can't be out of the real racetrack. Unfortunately, we can't race every day of the week. We wish we could, but it doesn't happen. But regardless of that, green flag is out, and we are racing for the first time here tonight at Williams Grove Speedway as the World of Thunder Racing League is underway, and it's going to be Rumsey out front, followed by Schaefer. Schaefer trying to run him down for second place. And we have Rick Gibson in that 38 machine, followed by the 17 of Brett Rolls, rounding out your top four. Rolls trying to get by if he can. It's not going to happen. Let's go back up as Schaefer under fire from Gibson. Gibson trying to take to the bottom as Schaefer going to take to the high side, but not working out for him just as much as Rumsey out front. He has checked out just a little bit, but he hadn't got far away. Here comes Rumsey. And Schaefer going to get by him on the high side. Schaefer, your new leader. Now it's Rumsey once again. It's a side-by-side battle for the lead as we get a contact with the wall. That's going to be the 91 of Schaefer. Scrapes the outside barrier, and that's going to allow the 41 of Rumsey to get ahead of him just a little bit more. And that's exactly what he needed. We have 6 laps to go. Going to be 5 to go at the line. It's going to be Rumsey all the way at the bottom with Schaefer taken to the high side, but Rumsey still leads. But here comes Schaefer one more time. He's going to try to make another attack for the lead. Gibson trying to hang in there as well in third place, followed by Rolls and Leitzel. Round out your top 5. Dawson, Passmore, and Key are going to be your rest of the field in that order. And the 17 of Rolls still trying to get by the 38 of Gibson. Gibson trying the bottom, and it looks like Rolls going to take to the high side, but we want to check on that lead. That little contact made a big difference here. If you're that 91 of Schaefer's, it may have made it to where he just can't quite get to the lead as he could before. Logan Rumsey going to take away with this one. We have 3 laps to go here in heat race number 1. And it's been a decent race here. This feature should be a good one. Again, 30-lap feature coming up later tonight as the 91 of Schaefer trying to run down Rumsey. Rumsey coming to the line, going to make it 2 to go. This time by in heat race number 1. Again, we want to know where you're watching from. Is it from the Race on Texas side of things, or is it from the Virtual Racing Network side of things, as we have merged together to bring you more content throughout the week? As right there, you see the 41 of Logan Rumsey going to take the white flag. 1 lap to go. He dives it to the bottom, hits a tire. That's going to cost him a little bit. That's going to allow Schaefer to get by him on the outside. New leader on your final lap is going to be Jonathan Schaefer, as he's going to bring it to the outside. He smacks the wall. Who's it going to be at the line? And because of that little smack, it's going to be Logan Rumsey taking the win as he smacks it into the guardrail. Heat race number 1 ending with a bang. Rumsey gets into the wall. Schaefer gets into the wall. Rumsey gets back behind him and takes heat race number 1. What a race for heat race number 1 here tonight. Heat race number 2 getting ready to come out onto the track with 7 fresh drivers going to be coming out onto the track here for this race. Again, you almost can't get any better than the heat race number 1 was. We're definitely going to try here for heat race number 2. as this heat race will have a few drivers in it. We'll get down to it. It's going to be Glenn Reinhardt and Harry Edwards going to be on row 1. Ron Piles and Roman Gephardt going to be row 2. Jeff Fitzpatrick and Eddie Holden on row 3, and Colby Baker rounding out the field on row 4. 7 drivers set for heat race number 2. This is your second and final heat race here for the midgets tonight at Williams Grove Speedway here on iRacing, as we're getting set to get that green flag next time by. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in here tonight as you're watching the World of Thunder Racing League, and it should be a good one. Heat race number 1, of course, didn't disappoint, and I don't see any reason that heat race number 2 would either. We'll get ready to get this thing going less than a lap, about a half a lap to go before we get things going, as that pace truck will dive off. This time an awfully big pace truck when you think about it compared to these midgets. But regardless, the number 19, Glenn Reinhardt, getting ready. He's a proven winner. A green flag getting ready to come out one more time. There it is. Green flag back in the air. We are racing heat race number 2 is underway. Again, remember the number 4. That is going to be Eddie Holden, even though the name is not showing up. That's unfortunate. Sometimes it does happen, but Glenn Reinhardt out front. It's going to be Harry Edwards under fire right now from Gephardt in the number 21 machine, as they're going to be almost 3 wide for a second back behind these guys. That is Baker, Piles, and Fitzpatrick all battling together here. That is the 86, the 068, and the 90. Let's check up front. There's not much going on there, as we got contact. The 19 caution is out, and that's going to send the 21 of Roman Gephardt around. Let's go back and take a quick look and see what happened here to that. Again, we're going to check in with the 21 here and see what happened. If we can get this thing to cooperate. Here we go. As it did not want to cooperate with us. What happened to the 21 of Gephardt? He goes around, and right there, the 19, something had gotten into him. He maybe got into the outside wall, but something happened to the 19. He was slow on the track, and that collected the 21, with the 19 going in to the pit. So it looks like his heat race is going to be done. I'm sure we'll see him back in the feature here in just a little bit, as he is going to be pulling it down the pit road, so he will go laps down. But Harry Edwards going to be your new race leader after that incident on the track. Caution 1 out, and we are getting ready to get this thing going one more time. Pace truck will go off, not this time, but next time, and then we'll have a 3-lap shootout to the end. All right, while we have a break in the action, we want to know for all the fans out there watching, who is going to be tuning in for the big TMS dirt race out at Texas Motor Speedway at the dirt track. Who out there watching is going to be tuning in for that, as we will all be there. Myself, Cody, will be out there filming. Well, I probably won't be filming. I will be behind the camera or a computer, something out there. I will be there myself. So let us know if you're going to be tuning in for that live pay-per-view out at Texas Motor Speedway, as we'll be heading out there before you know it. Just over 2 weeks, I do believe, we'll be headed that way. So we're definitely stoked to be out there. So yeah, let us know in chat if you're headed to the race to watch race, or if you're going to be watching it on the pay-per-view. Regardless about that, the green flag is out, and we are racing once again. Well, let's see how this one plays out. It's a 3-lap shootout to the end, as it's going to have the 86 of Colby Baker out front. He gets by Harry Edwards. Harry Edwards back to the front. We're side by side for the lead. We got the 86 up high. Sorry, it's a 66 up high. The 86 down low. They are side by side. At least they were side by side. They're going to keep it going here just for a little bit. Will they stay side by side is the question. They're going to regroup it one more time, as they are going to have 1 lap to go. Next time by, it's going to be the 66 of Edwards out front, but here comes the 86 of Colby Baker to the inside. Not going to be enough. 1 to go, as your leader, Harry Edwards, continues to lead this race after the 19 getting tangled up in an incident. We'll see how this one goes here towards the end. It looks like Harry Edwards is probably going to be your Heat Race 2 winner, as the white flag was out. Checkered flag waving. Harry Edwards coming to the line. The lights are flashing, and your Heat Race 2 winner is going to be the 66 of Harry Edwards, putting it in victory lane. We got a car flipping there towards the end. That's going to do it, of course, for Heat Racing tonight. Next up will be warm-up for 3 minutes, and then we're moving on to your 30-lap feature event tonight. Should be some great racing. This is the time. Grab you something to drink, something to snack on, of course. If you have a concession stand in your house, that'd be fine. Go to the concession stand, get you something to snack on, something to eat. And, of course, we will be back here in just about 2.5 minutes. All right, we are back. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see some white cars out there, we are resetting the paint booth here, kind of the trading paint is what we use. So we are resetting that to see if it may fix something. If not, we'll have to check it after the race. Unfortunately, don't have a way to check it here. But we are getting ready for your feature race. Again, it's going to be a 30-lap race, but there are actually 35 laps on the board. We're only going to race 30 of them. The first 5, they will do a redraw for one. We're about to let you know about that. But the 4 wide salute is coming up, but the redraw was done for the first 2 rows. So the 91 and the 66, how it's going to be? They got flipped around. Row 2 is going to be the 41 and the 86. They got flipped around. So first 2 rows got flip-flopped, and we are getting ready to get this thing going. But a 4 wide salute coming up before we get this thing going. And while they get into order and all of that good stuff, we are going to step away to a very quick commercial break, and we will be right back. All right, we are back as they are getting information here for your 4 wide salute. As we are just about ready here to get things going. You'll see them here in a minute. They'll kind of split apart for the 4 wide salute for all the fans out there watching. We're glad you're tuning in. Again, your feature race getting ready to get underway. And of course, as always, let us know in chat. Are you part of the VRN family and you're coming over here to the channel, or were you part of the Race on Texas family already here enjoying some sim racing tonight? And of course, let us know if you're going to be tuning in for that big dirt race out at Texas Motor Speedway here in just a little over 2 weeks, as that should be a good race to say the least. Definitely glad to be a part of that, going out there to film and help out with that, as the 4 wide salute getting ready to get underway, as they have to wait till the actual green flag comes out before they can do anything, and that is now officially out. But the kind of pretend caution of being thrown here, you might say, as those extra 5 laps allow us to do it. We have to do what we have to do here on sim racing in order to make things happen the way we want. But there they go, getting information. You'll see, well, I thought they were getting information. There we go. Now everyone's getting ready for that salute to the fans. All right, it looks like, yep, there we go. I thought they were going to do 3 for a minute, but they are doing a 4 wide salute to the fans here tonight. Again, these drivers are some of the best on iRacing. In order to do this, it's not a easy task to do, because unlike real racing, if you cause a wreck or get sideways, whatever can happen, the sim would throw a caution. Unlike in real racing, they would just let you catch back up. That is not the case here, so they have to be extra careful here while doing the 4 wide salute, as to not actually bring out a real caution, which would eat away at those green flag laps. Having a blast here as these guys again saluting to the fans. Reinhardt in the number 19 going to be starting close to the front here tonight. We'll go through your official starting grid here in just a minute when they all get back in order. But again, your front 2 rows going to be shaken up a little bit due to the redraw. As you've seen it in real life racing, redraws happen, and it happened here tonight. All right, they're back in the correct order. It's gonna be in this order. It's gonna be Jonathan Schaefer, Harry Edwards, Logan Rumsey, Colby Baker, Rick Gibson, Ron Piles, Brett Rolls, Jeff Fitzpatrick, Aaron Leitzel, Glenn Reinhardt. And they're shaking up there a little bit. Roman Gephardt, Daniel Passmore, Eddie Holden, and David Key. Looks like Tom Dawson not going to be making the start here tonight. We will get things going here momentarily. We are, of course, right now on lap number 4 under caution, but not a caution for a wreck or anything. As again, it's a 30-lap feature race. These laps are just for them to get everything in order. All right, it should be going green next time by. That's right there. Will indicate it, so we should go racing next time by. Again, we won't be able to thank you much more after this, as green flag will be dropping soon. But we want to thank everybody one last time for tuning in here tonight. Depending on where you're at, we could be a little later. It could be around 9 or 10 for some. We're just around 6 for others, so we want to thank everybody for tuning in as we're getting this thing going there, bunched up tight, ready to drop the hammer, ready to get this thing going for all the fans out there tonight. All right, we are racing one more time. What feature race is underway? I think it's going to be a good one. We got them beating and banging towards the back here, though, as it's going to be the 86 that goes around. Caution is out. We're also going to have the 90 going around as well. We got a few cars going around. We'll have to go back and take a look and see what happened. It's right on the start of the race. The 86, Colby Baker, gets turned around. He started up in 4th and quickly dropped there. Contact with the 66 and then more contact after that as he goes around and right there gets tagged and went into the wall. And that will be the 90 of Jeff Fitzpatrick that gets into the outside wall after contact. So caution number 1 coming out early in the race. We'll see if that's going to be the trend here tonight, or will we see some green flag racing. Now we'll see. Cautions or green. I have a feeling we're going to see some green flag racing. As you see right there, 1 caution so far for 2 laps. We've had lead changes 4, but that's not accurate. We've only had 1 different leader since the actual start here at Williams Grove Speedway. Again, we don't have very many races after tonight. Only 3 races left before the season is over, and we'll be moving on to season 7. But it's definitely been a great season. Kind of stinks it has to come to an end, but unfortunately it will eventually have to. But we will be back again as season 7 and then 8, and we'll just continue to go forward. All right, green flag set to come back out. We are racing once again. The loud pedal back underway. You can hear them roaring as we are on lap number 10 of 30. As technically 35, but again, those first laps didn't count as we are under caution once again. This time it's going to be for Eddie Holden. Let's go back and see what happened to him in that number 4 machine. As again, this one coming on the restart, as something went wrong in that number 4 machine. It's the all black car with nothing on it. And the question is, what happened? And something happening back behind him, but that didn't cause it. He just spins out on his own, and around he goes, going the backwards on the track. Caution comes out for the second time here tonight, as it's going to be Jonathan Schaefer. That is still your race leader, as we are under the caution for the second time tonight. All right, lights are off on the pace truck. That means one thing only. We are going live, racing back. I guess you'd call it live, but we are going to get that green flag one more time here. Williams Road Speedway, as they cross that iconic sign that everybody wants their picture taken in front of. We are racing, though. Let's get this thing going. And there it is, a green flag back underway. As it's still Jonathan Schaefer out front, and we got him spinning around in the back. Caution is out once again, as that's going to be Harry Edwards in the 66 machine. Let's go back and take a quick look. What happened to the 66 of Harry Edwards? He was up front running fourth place, but that didn't last long. As something went wrong, he gets into the 17 and just gets clobbered by the 21 of Roman Gebhardt, and that will spin him around as caution number 3 comes out. We go back to your leader still, Jonathan Schaefer. After 14 laps completed, he's led 12 of them. Alright, it looks like the yellow flag's gonna get seen quite a bit here. Hanover Wrecker Service getting its use tonight. Unfortunately, sometimes that's the way it rolls. Hopefully it doesn't continue that way. We have 20 to go. Make it 19 right there at the line. So again, those first lap not counting, but we're just going to go by what it says, even though we know those first 5 laps didn't count. So we have 19 to go, going to be 18 at the line for your race leader, Jonathan Schaefer. Behind them is going to be Logan Rumsey, and Glenn Reinhardt, Roman Gebhardt, and Brett Rolls are going to be your top 5. Here as the lights are off on the pace truck, and we are getting ready to take the green flag one more time. Will this be the last restart of the race? We'll find out. Green flag is back in the air, and we are racing here for the World of Thunder Racing League midget style here on a Race on Texas. It's going to be Rumsey that takes to the high side, but the caution is going to come out and it's going to be for David Key, upside down here in the number 63 machine. Let's go back and take a look again on the restart. Having issues with the restarts here tonight. Just have not been able to get underway, as the number 63 going to end up on his lid and then on his side as he comes out of turn number 4, gets it a little out of shape and smacks the wall and collects the 90 with him of Jeff Fitzpatrick, and that's going to be it for David Key. His night is done as we go back to your race leader here. At the moment again, he's been out front for just about every part of this race. As you can see, the fans there cheering for their drivers there. They're kind of frozen with excitement at the moment. Some of them kind of swaying back and forth. They're cheering for their driver. Nevertheless, it is Jonathan Schaefer that is out front leading this whole thing. We have 16 to go. Alright, as you can see there, the lights are off on the pace car, or pace truck in this case, which means that we are going racing again here to restart this race. We've had 4 cautions so far here tonight, as we'll quickly bring that up onto the screen. There you see 4 cautions, 12 laps. So unfortunately, the majority of this race has been under caution. Of course, you can't count the first 5 of that, but actually, no, they weren't. So, yeah, you can't count that. 12 laps under caution. Regardless, the green flag set to come out, and they're already trying to take the green, and they do. Really, really wild start there. Or restart, I should say, as Logan Rumsey going to try to sneak around on the bottom of the number 41. He is by him at the line. We'll see if he can hang on to it as they come to the backstretch. He hasn't quite led a lap. The 41 Rumsey trying to get by Schaefer. Schaefer into the outside wall, and the caution is going to be out as he goes for a violent tumble all by himself. Let's go back and take a look as your leader just collects himself into the outside wall to bring out the 5th caution of the night. And just got a little bit too much of that guardrail there. And around he went, and that is probably, yes, it does end his night. As you'll see right here, I don't think he had any help. Just slides up, and bam, right there into the wall. Sparks fly. He's bouncing around, and the 21, a good job of staying off of him, but it looks like the 17 also going to get a piece of the wall as well of Brett Rolls. So that is going to do it for a lot of drivers, as we have 2 or 3 out so far. The 17 of Brett Rolls taking his spot back after a little bounce there. He's going to get back in line, as now your race leader is Logan Rumsey, as Rumsey trying to lead this thing there, just revving the engine up just a little bit. And we are under caution once again here at Williams Grove for the 5th time with 12 laps to go. Going to be about 10 to go when we get the green flag. Assuming the lights go out this time by. Going to be 10 laps to go. Can we finish it under green is the question. Let's hope so. I think we can. These drivers are good. We know they're good enough to do it, and I think they can definitely pull it off here tonight. But we'll definitely find out here momentarily. All right, the lights are off. We're going racing. It's going to be a little bit shaken up. This time it's going to be Rumsey, Reinhardt, Gephardt, Rolls, and Piles, your top 5 drivers, as they're all up on the high side of this track. I believe green, white checkers are also. This race will end under green as the green flag is back out once again. Reinhardt going to try to get the lead. He slides up, smacks your leader, and around goes the 41. Caution is out as Glenn Reinhardt slides up in the 19 machine and collects your leader. Let's go back and take a look as yet another restart causing the problems here. Watch the 19 of Glenn Reinhardt get into the 41. The 41 nearly got into the wall as it was. As Rumsey right there smacks him good, sends him around and around he goes. And that will bring out the caution once again right on the restart. As we go back to live and note the 66 of Harry Edwards hit that outside wall and made incident point out. His night is done. So the 66 of Harry Edwards out of the race, as well as Rick Gibson. And it looks like Roman Gephardt getting collected in that. He's on pit road, but he is stuck on pit road. Eddie Holden out on the track. So Roman Gephardt still on pit road there in the pits in the number 21 machine. Glenn Reinhardt being scored as the race leader at the moment. We'll see if that stands or if race admins are going to throw him at the back for that caution or not, but it looks like they are not. Looks like he's going to stay up front as those lights are on. So it's going to be about a 6-lap shootout to take the green next time when we get it. All right, pace truck diving off. We're going racing. Going to be 6 laps to the end. Let's see if we can do it under green flag conditions. And we are racing once again. We go back to 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. They're all bunched up together. You can throw a blanket over them here at the moment. Led by Brett Rolls in the 17, Ron Piles in the 068, Kobe Baker in the 86. As they're all chasing down Glenn Reinhardt, your race leader. And little contact between the 86 and the 17. They all keep it together somehow, some way. I don't know how they did it. But we stay racing here with 5 laps to go. As it is, Glenn Reinhardt has checked out from the field. But right now we're watching Ron Piles and Colby Baker battle for 2nd position. As Baker into the outside wall. He's upside down. Caution is out here for, Ron Piles in the 086. The 86 of Colby Baker keeps going. Let's go back and take a look as those two running the same number. 168 and 186 look similar on the car. As apparently we're dyslexic and can't read numbers apart, but either way, the 080 or 068 of Ron Piles going for a ride right about there. He gets into the wall trying to make the slide drop. Can't make it stick, but he does stick to the wall and brings out the caution once again here tonight. He is going to be done here for tonight's race. We go back to the front. With 3 laps to go, I believe we will have the green-white checkered. So we're going to have a 2-lap shootout here to the end. All right, we are going to have a 2-lap shootout. Again, you'll see 3 to go. It's not going to drop from there. As you'll see, well, it shouldn't. It says 2 to go now. Looks like green, white checkers are not going to be on. I was thinking they were, but indeed, a green, white checker not going to be on here tonight. So we will indeed have a 1-lap shootout to the end. Instead of a, I was thinking they had it on here, but green light checker's not in place here tonight. So this indeed will be a 1-lap shootout to the end. This could get interesting, folks. It's either going to be a green flag or a yellow flag, ending it regardless. We get the green flag, 1-lap shootout for Glenn Reinhardt to lead and win this race. White flag is in the air. Here comes Logan Rumsey, going to take it to the bottom. He's going to slide up. Rumsey trying to get by in that 41 machine. Can he do it is the question. Reinhardt out front. Now it's going to be Rumsey. Rumsey coming to the inside. He has him cleared, and he will do it. Logan it's saying, Logan Rumsey getting the win here in the feature. It switched back and forth, but Logan Rumsey getting the win, followed by Glenn Reinhardt and Aaron Leitzel are going to be your top 3 here tonight. We'll be talking to them here in the booth momentarily as this race is over. Logan Rumsey getting the win here tonight as he's going to celebrate by going for a little ride there. Again, we'll be talking to those top 3 drivers here in just a minute. We'll go ahead and get rid of that off your screen, and let's bring up your running order on the left side, and we'll be right back with your top 3. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and talk to third and second while we give our race winner time to get here. But of course, coming in third place here tonight, that is going to be none other than the 12 of Aaron Leitzel. And what a run here. Again, we had a few more cautions than we probably wanted to see. But still some really good racing, especially in the heat races. And just give us your thoughts. This track is a very odd track. It's good for sprint cars. We really rarely see midgets come here. So what's this track like with midgets on it?
It's not too bad. It's just people got to pay attention and leave off the throttle. The turns are a little wide in 1 and 2, and turns 3 and 4 are tight, so you just got to take it easy and not go 100 mile an hour into the turns.
And this track having, referred to kind of like the paper clip of dirt. It's real long and real tight in the corners. We saw a lot of people getting into that outside railing. So, especially with these cars already being on the edge of out of control, how difficult is it to try to keep it off that wall, knowing that they already want to spin around and pop wheelies on you as it is?
It's not too bad as long as you have a little bit of throttle control and can keep the car under you. I mean, we race with some of the better guys. I mean, Glenn, he's probably one of the best midget racers I race with, and I tell you, it's fun. I think midgets are fun, and I think they're easier than what people make them out to be.
Definitely, they are fun. Maybe we'll just have to agree to disagree on the easy thing. Maybe I should probably not try doing it with a mouse. That might make it a little easier. But regardless, you know that they're some of the best here. Obviously, it is probably going to be better without a mouse, but you definitely put on a good show here for the fans with that third place finish. And we know you got some shout outs and sponsors. So who would those be for that third place finish here tonight?
I'd just like to thank my team, Team Har, and I'd like to thank Brett Rouse. He actually gave me the setup. I run his midget setup pretty much everywhere I go, and him and I are fighting for the points lead for the midget. So thanks to Har and all the guys and Steve for putting the show on for us.
Oh, definitely a good show. We're glad to be here. And speaking of a show, he was up front for quite a bit of it. That is going to be our second place finisher, the 19 of Glenn Reinhardt. And what a run. A little contact going on the track, but nevertheless, you still managed to hang on and get a second place finish here tonight. Oh, again, just outstanding. We know you're a proven winner. So just tell people out there, you race these. How much fun was it out there tonight? Is a little bit of beating a million and a lot of good racing.
That's not very much fun at all when you're running under cautions like that. You can't get in any kind of rhythm. It's just poor for the fans, poor for the racers. It's not a good situation.
Well, definitely way more cautions than we wanted. Obviously wanted to see a few more or a lot more green flag laps. It goes to talk about, I hate to knock iRacing, but, that is one of the big things. We'll just kind of politic it here for a little bit. But, how important and how bad do you want to see iRacing implement caution laps not counting? I really do think that will improve a lot of things here. Maybe not some of the driver skill, but those laps not counting, I think, would definitely be a huge step forward here in dirt track racing on iRacing.
Oh, I got to agree with you 100%. I mean, it's just we ran. What did we run? A total of 5 laps, if that, under green flag, and it's pretty much. It's a joke in my opinion. I mean, some of these guys just need to practice offline before they get online, and I mean, I was guilty there. I got into Logan, and I was just actually messaging him on Messenger and apologized to him because I mean, I just got in there way too hot, and I didn't expect him to be there when I got there, and I kind of unloaded him, to be honest with you. And I texted Steven, told him he could put me to the rear for that. And I just feel bad for it, and I'm glad when he got back into second and he'd run up underneath me, I kind of let him by because he deserved it.
Well, definitely, we saw it on the stream, got into him there, but we also know we've seen you race. It's not your style. We knew it wasn't intentional. And then, of course, you saw him come back by. He gets the win. Fortunately, we don't get to talk to him, but again, still a good race for you. Whether it's cautions or green flag, you race with respect and honor out there, and you get that second place. So who would be those sponsors and shout-outs for the second place finish?
Tony Stewart Racing, the TSR team, Fatheads Eyewear, 19 Designs, Manuel Electric, Brightbill Fabrication, and I want to thank you guys for putting on this deal.
All right, we're definitely glad to be here. And, of course, that is going to wrap it up here for tonight's racing as we are going to go ahead and get rid of that. For some reason, there we go. Doesn't want to go away. That will do it here for tonight's racing action. We will see you, next Tuesday with a brand new league here on the channel. We're done for the Labor Day weekend. So, again, we'll see you next Tuesday. Until then, have a safe rest of your night. And enjoy your Labor Day weekend. And if you're going to the races, be safe. And as always, have a good time.